What's up YouTube? My name is King Anubis, and I am a Bloxfruit content creator slash streamer slash combo guy. I make combos on TikTok and I stream on both YouTube and Twitch. Today I'm going to be comparing two swords that are actually very good and used to be meta but aren't quite as much meta as they used to be. These two swords of course are going to be Shisui and Koko. Shisui and Koko are compared constantly because they're actually very similar to each other, but there are some distinct differences that I think makes one of them better than the other. Not only that, I actually do have a personal favorite, so I might be able to bias, but I'm going to try to be as fair as possible to both swords. And if you're wondering who I am and why I have the credibility to talk about what I'm about to talk about in this video, let me show you. So number one, I'm at 30 million. And number two, my crew is actually like 73, so we're pretty high. We used to be higher, but some people started leaving, and I was focused on school. That's a story for another day. And I am on the raid leaderboard at number 34, so I play this game a lot. I make combos, so I have experience with combos, and I have leveled up both swords to level 501. So I have experience using both swords, so I think I can be pretty fair. The first test, of course, is going to be the damage test. Damage test is probably one of the most important, if not the most important test, and I would argue the only one that is more important is like a hitbox slash range test. Let's try the damage though. We're gonna do this with Haki on as well, full body. So Shisui 501 does 3,515 damage to our test dummy Ash here, and then our next move is True Silent Rush, which does 3,224, I believe that was. Okay, so we have that down. Those are Shisui numbers. Now, one thing that I've just kind of felt while using Koko and using Shisui for combos is that Koko does more damage, and I think it does, but I'm not quite sure, but I'm pretty sure it does. Let's test. 3,674, so it does do more damage. Pretty good damage too. That's about 160 extra, 159 extra, so that's pretty good. And something that's actually very interesting about Koko is the Z and X moves do the exact same damage. So the next one is 3,674 as well, so they're both doing pretty good damage as well. So now let's test the range, and maybe we can test hitbox, but I think hitbox is pretty inconsistent. So one thing that Shisui does a lot better than Koko is range. So you can see how far Koko shoots. So it shot her all the way back here, and let's see if we can hit her again. We can, so we get right about here. Matter of fact, let me move all the way back here. One thing that Shisui absolutely trumps Koko on is range, bro. It absolutely destroys Koko in range. But look at this. Hold on. Look at this. Look how far that thing goes, and it still hits all the way back there. Ash, follow me.
12 seconds later.
And if I'm not wrong, it remains active. Yeah, remains active throughout the entire time and does full damage. So one thing is for sure, Shisui does just has an absurd amount of range. But one thing that I would like to highlight is look at how fast this projectile travels. I don't know why he got in the way. That has like kind of a slow travel compared to Koko. Yeah, the load up takes a little bit longer, but the projectile itself is much faster. And honestly, I don't think you need that much range on Shisui, especially considering how slow it travels. I don't think you're gonna hit too many people on like Shisui max range, or even Shisui like 75% of range. Alright, so time to test the range on both the Z on Koko and the Z on Shisui. So I'm gonna go over here, and then I'm gonna test electric stab. So I land somewhere about here. Ash is gonna do us the favor of just standing right there as we switch swords. Let's go. So one thing I found is that they're the exact same range. Like maybe Shisui is probably like an inch further, but like honestly, maybe Ash just stood at the wrong angle. They're basically the same range. The only advantage Shisui really has is the range, and the only advantage Koko really has is damage and speed of his projectiles, which is pretty cool. One thing that we can test again now is like combined damage. So Shisui does a combined damage of 69 was that? Just to be sure. Yeah, 6,769. So I did get it right the first time. Alright, so let's reset and let's equip Koko, and then we'll do the combined damage of that. You of course can just add up the damages of each move, but I don't know, maybe these guys do more damage together or something. You never know. So 3,300 or 7,300 is the damage on Koko combined. Now let's talk about uses. One of the best uses for Koko, because of the speed, is that it can just kind of hit anywhere. Like that hit, and I don't think that one's pretty much true. I don't think Shisui's gonna hit that, to be honest. I think Koko has honestly more use, which is interesting because I'm pretty sure the consensus is that Shisui is the better of the two, but I really do feel like Koko is pretty good, pretty slept on. Okay, that did not hit. That did not hit. Koko, honestly, I think Koko has more use because of the X move. I think the Z move on Shisui and Koko are pretty similar, but I do think Koko's Z move, well, I know Koko's Z move actually does have a very slight stun, very slight stun. I don't think this move has a slight stun. No, it actually does. It does. Never mind. I'm wrong. So they both have stuns, and the only real advantage is the projectile movement speed of Koko. And for that reason, I would say that Koko is better. You could call me biased, but I think Koko is the better of the two. I watched a video of the top swords in the game, and honestly, it came down to really your preference. My preference is Koko because one, it looks cooler, and two, the projectile speed is really immaculate. But if you like Shisui because of its range, then go with Shisui. But do keep in mind, Koko does do more damage. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you're looking for like giveaways or things like that, giveaways, free fruits, then we do that in our Discord server and my Twitch. You had to be in the Discord server to win the giveaway on the Twitch. Anyways, that's going to be in the description and the bio of the channel, so if you guys want to do that, then go ahead and join up, both follow, that'd be great. All right, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys later. Peace.